All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another special episode of Food, Fitness, and Fun with Dre.
And JD.
That's me. And we're going to get right into it today. Today's episode is brought to you by a quick veggie medley I put together. It's got some sweet potato fries. It's got a nice spring mix. It's got all type of good stuff in there. And we didn't do the calorie thing, because that's his thing.
So here we are, Jay. We're living outside of the wall.
That's right.
Both of us. Weird that happens. And it happened twice.
2 times!
It's crazy, yo. In front of the wall.
In front of the wall. Together. Ew. That's weird. So.
Build the wall.
I'm out.
We built the wall. And no one called us. I put a lot of time and energy into this wall. And I'm feeling a certain way about that. Anyway, let's get into our topics. We got on a what are you talking? So why are you laughing? See, this is the shit that fucks things up. Why? There's no jokes being told right now.
Alright, you're right. My fault. Because we totally skipped over the food.
Oh.
Spoke on it for 10 seconds and it was alright,
No, you
next.
spoke about the food. You said you don't do calories.
Right.
And veggie medleys. Oh, you know what? You forgot the
Sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries.
I started
Go
with
in.
that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anything else about the food?
Nah, I guess not.
I will say this, because it was delicious. He made it and it was great.
Thank you.
I could have had some rice with it.
Rice? Yeah.
Maybe a little brown rice. Are you into the brown rice? You
I
like
love
rice?
brown rice.
Yeah.
Love it. I eat brown rice all the time. But I have a hack, as the kids say.
Okay, what's the hack?
I don't cook brown rice for 5 hours like most people do. 5 hours is an exaggeration. I get these bags that are pre-cooked brown rice.
Yeah, and that's why you do it. 20-minute situation.
Come on, son.
That's how I do it too.
You know what I mean?
I don't got all this time.
Come on. 4 hours to cook rice?
They make minute rice for a reason.
You feel me?
Be all day.
Yeah. So I put my little bag in my
got
water,
jobs.
boil all of that while I cook my other stuff. That's how I like to do my brown rice.
People got jobs. They got no time for that.
Ain't nobody
They
got
no
time for that.
that.
I knew it. So yeah, it was cool. Brown rice is not bad. I usually actually don't do the veggie medley that way, but when we were talking, you was like, "Oh, sweet potato fries sound dope." So I was like, "All right, fuck it." Usually I have the vegetable medley with pasta.
Yeah.
Or something else that's hearty. Maybe sweet potato, or if I do sweet potato, it would be more like sweet potato mash.
So when you say pasta, what kind of pasta? Is it like a noodle? Is it like a spaghetti situation?
I don't eat a lot of spaghetti. I eat a lot of rotini and penne. But I usually do the vegetable one, the one that's made from vegetable puree.
Right.
I bang with those a lot.
All right, so let me ask you this, because I know you don't do the calories. So when you make it, you have no, you don't give a fuck about calories. You just I'm gonna make whatever tastes good to me and then I'm gonna move on.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I could say this, it's just me most of the time when I cook. So I make a box of pasta and an entire pan of sauteed veggies. That lasts me 2 or 3 meals. Gotcha. So let's say I cook on Monday and I eat Monday, I'm eating that pasta and veggies Monday, Tuesday, and maybe
Possibly
Wednesday. It depends how hungry I am on Monday and Tuesday.
So are you eating it just for dinner, or are you eating it breakfast, the shit that I made, lunch, the stuff that I made?
It's usually one meal. So I'll have that for one meal, and then a smoothie bowl or a smoothie. That's really it.
That's what's up.
That's how I do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm still practicing intermittent fasting most days.
Yeah.
I don't have 3, 4, 5 meals.
What meal do you skip? How many
I
times?
mean,
how
my whole
many days you
schedule
eat?
is backwards to most people.
But how many times a day do you eat?
Twice in like 4 or 5 hours, and that's it.
All right. So within 4 to 5 hours, or you eat once and then 5 hours go, then you eat again.
Within 4 or 5
Within
hours.
5 hours,
yeah.
you eat 2 meals.
And that's it.
Okay.
Sometimes, so that's usually towards the end of my day, let's say.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I'll do is, after I wake up and go to work,
Right.
sometimes I'll have something small at work. It could be like a fruit salad, or like something random from a store like nuts or seeds, or maybe even a nasty snack like some chocolate covered pretzels from Walgreens. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But I'll have that, and then that'll be it until 10 or 12 hours later.
So you have
The 2 meals.
and then you have snacks.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just that one snack.
You have one snack. So you have 2 meals and
Sometimes.
1 snack.
And that snack is sometimes.
And seldom. Okay. So
I didn't say seldom. I said sometimes.
So how often do you have a snack? 5 days a week, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
How many days are you snacking?
2 or 3.
Okay.
It varies. Sometimes none. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of sometimes. But I didn't say seldom, because seldom is like almost never. It's like a very low percentage.
Okay.
So it is a sometimes. I would say maybe 20 or 30% of the time.
So about between 2 to 3 days a week, you have snacks.
Yeah. But it'll be like that. Like I try to keep it more on the lighter side.
Yeah.
Like even if they sell all type of little bags of stuff. I'll try to get like dark chocolate covered strawberries as opposed to like milk chocolate or some. As opposed to like a bag of M&Ms. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself like hungry throughout the day when you do that, or what?
No. Sometimes I do it when I didn't sleep enough, or like maybe I went to the gym before work.
Okay.
So now it's like, okay, I ate, I did what I had to do, I went to bed. Now it's evening because I work at night. So it's like, all right, I ate. Let's say my meal was at 9 a.m. and then noon. Just example. After that, I'll go to sleep like 1, 2 o'clock, get ready, hit the gym, and then go to work. So now at 11 or 12, basically like 12 hours later, I might say like, all right, let me have a little quick snack.
Gotcha.
Just to hold me until, again, when 9 a.m. comes around.
Right.
Because now after some weights and some cardio, I'm like, I feel like I need a little something.
You're hungry now. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay. So when you're at work the whole time, you're not going to get a snack or anything like that?
No, the snack is, that's what I'm saying. So let's go with the pretzels.
Okay.
That bag of pretzels is what I have.
For the whole 8 hours you at work?
Yeah, but I'll eat it like real quick for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's dope. So
then that's when I also drink most of my water.
Yeah. So you're staying in a caloric deficit. I would say so from what it sounds like to me, you're staying in a caloric deficit because you're only eating 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have no idea how many calories are in that meal, so you may not be in the caloric deficit.
Possible I'm not. It's possible.
Be in the caloric surplus.
Possible.
Now, do you weigh yourself every day?
No. I weigh myself like once a month.
Okay.
And sometimes every 2 weeks. I switch it up.
And I know you got it connected to an app or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you look at that app? Is it going up? Is it going down? Like, how do you feel about since the day you purchased your? So
scale? I bought my scale when COVID first started.
Right. So yeah, a year and a half.
Right. So like a year and a half ago. At that time, I was like 205.
Okay.
And my body fat percentage was like, I don't know, 30 something. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was in the low to mid 30s. Let's say mid 30s. Let's say 35, just to have an idea.
Right.
And then that's when I started, like, everything shut down. Ate all my meals at home.
Right.
And it was like, all right, that's it. So I was eating way less. I was eating like 2 or 3 hours a day. Sometimes I was even eating once a day.
Right. So let's just preface it because you're an essential worker. So everything, even though everything shut down, you
I still had to go to work.
Take your ass to work.
I still had to work.
So it's not like, oh, I'm at home, I could just chill and eat.
Yeah, nah.
You had to still say, hey, I need to eat. However, I got to take myself to work, even though everything shut down. So I just wanted to preface that.
No, it's good. That was good. Yeah, so I did that. I was working out at home. All the shit I've been saying on the pod.
Right, you couldn't go to the gym anymore.
Right, gyms were closed. So I was working out at home and then jogging like 3 days a week outside.
Yeah.
And things started going down fast.
Right.
I think from like April to the end of May, it's something like 8 weeks, I dropped like 25 pounds.
Okay.
But what I was doing at home was all body weight exercises.
Okay.
And then I was also jogging the 3 days a week.
Gotcha.
And most of the time I wasn't doing any snacking. There were times when I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab a pint of ice cream, body that at work.
Right.
But that wasn't very often. So not eating out, having a smoothie every day.
Okay.
So I basically had a mostly fruit-based smoothie
Gotcha.
and a mostly vegetable-based meal. And then that was it.
Okay, so you bought your scale a year and a half ago, 205, and then you lost weight
I was down to 177.
because you
And
was,
my body fat percentage dropped down to like 27. Or
Now, do
something
you
like that.
attribute that weight loss to you saying, okay, I'm not going to stop working out or whatever. I'm going to like work out. I'm going to eat pretty decently. And do you attribute weight loss to that? Or do you figure like, okay, I lost weight. It was a stressful fucking time. Things
No,
were
I
crazy.
don't. I think that, I mean, the stressful part is possible, but I was putting in more work than ever probably because prior to COVID, I was struggling with fitness. I wasn't going 5 days a week. I was
Right.
going 2 days a week, 3 days a week. Maybe do cardio, maybe do, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have a consistent routine
Mhm.
and I wasn't going 5 days a week, but now that shit shut down, it's weird because things shut down as I was getting back on track.
Mhm.
So it was like, well, for a long time I've been fucking up in the gym. Let me get back on track. And I was going like 4-5 days a week, doing what I wanted to do.
Mm.
And then as I was like probably doing that for a month and a half, everything shut down.
Gotcha.
And it was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So it was like, all right, I started doing, you know, all the stuff we've spoken about in earlier episodes.
Yeah.
And that was it. So now I was working out 5 days a week,
Gotcha.
no missing days, and I was jogging 3 days a week. And that's it. And same thing with the meals, you know, when like now things are open. I order out, might go to dinner. When things
So-
were closed,
All you had was you.
it was me.
And so you attribute the more being more consistent with exercise
And
less choices
That's
because
right.
now you have to eat at home.
Yeah.
That you attribute that to the weight loss,
Absolutely.
which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
So
I
once-
wasn't able to go to a Domino's or
Right.
Uber Eats.
Right.
You know, I couldn't be on DoorDash like,
Yeah,
all right,
Yeah.
hit me off because you could, but think about it. When shit first shut down,
It wasn't.
there was like
nothing.
2 things on the
Right,
app,
it was-
and they were charging more anyway. So it was like, I'm not gonna get on there. And I thought about it. I said, you know, I'm gonna make a conscious decision to be smart about how I do things.
No doubt. Yeah,
Instead of taking this opportunity and being like, damn, this sucks. I'm gonna just eat ice cream every day.
You know, that's what's up because it's like hard things happen and you have to make a decision like which way I'm gonna go.
Right.
And I don't say one is bad or good. I don't believe in those, but it's like, well, here's this COVID thing.
Right.
You can either say, okay, I don't care, so I'm going to just eat whatever and I'm gonna drink whatever and smoke whatever because we're in a pandemic
Right.
and things are horrible right now.
So fuck it.
So fuck it. Or you can flip that coin and be like, you know what? This is a good time to focus.
Yeah.
And that sounds like that's what you did.
Yeah, I did that both in fitness and other areas, and I really just honed in. And also because I'll be honest, I was a little scared.
Yeah.
I was an essential worker. Well, I guess I am an essential
Still-
worker because it
still
hasn't
essential
changed.
worker.
So I'm an
Yeah.
essential worker.
Essentially take your ass to work. Nah, I'm fucking with that.
Listen, but that's the truth. It wasn't like they gave us all raises.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? It was
It's-
like,
I need you to essentially do what you do here fast.
or we'll replace you.
Right. And don't tell me about the subways. That's your fault.
Right.
My
I don't
bad.
care if they're running one every 3 hours.
But
Who cares?
do what you need to do.
Buy a bicycle.
Sleep here.
Actually, no. Can't sleep here.
See? Well, there's always the roof.
So, yeah, I was a little scared. COVID was new. There was no data. And it was like, man, people are just catching this shit and
No doubt.
dying.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was like people are here and gone. It's like, okay.
Right.
And as I was doing my thing, then it was like, hospitals are overwhelmed. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not missing a day. Like, I gotta work out.
Right.
That's when I was like, all right, what supplements? Oh yeah, what? Okay, medical
Yeah,
friend?
no doubt.
Okay, what you said? Oh, okay, let me do my little research. Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Uh.
That's what's up.
Oh, okay, this is what they're giving cats in Korea. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you sent me this. Oh, they sent me that. All right, let me check what both of y'all said. Everybody said, all right, yeah. And that was it. I just was dedicated. And then, so things went down. But then when things opened up, though.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Because I feel like I kind of did the same thing. And I didn't, but see, for me, I didn't even realize I was doing it. Where it was like, okay, things are shutting down. So I don't have options. So what am I going to do? Or what are the things that I like to do?
Right.
And I knew that, well, yeah, I could just like I just said, while out, eat whatever, drink whatever.
Right.
But before COVID had started, it was crazy. Before COVID had started, I said to myself, well, I actually don't want to drink. So I got on this, so there is this like campaign of like live like alcohol free or whatever, or during certain celebrations, you say to yourself, I'm not gonna have alcohol. It's like a whole like Facebook group that does it. And I was like, oh, that sounds
cool.
dope. Right. I was like, oh, that sounds dope. You know
That's
what?
Cool. Because that's kind of the opposite. A lot of times when you show up somewhere, you're like, oh, I don't drink. It's like, but what's wrong?
Yeah. And that's what they was doing.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. And they was like, yo, okay, for 30 days, you're going to go without buying. And I was like, oh, that sounds dope. I'm up for the challenge.
Right.
And I did that, and it went 30, it went 40. Then COVID broke out, and it was like, oh, okay, well, wait a minute. So I'm not even drinking anyway. So
right.
I just will continue to stop. I won't drink.
Right.
And then now I'm like, well, what do I do here? I can just chill in the house. And you know me, like I'm a type of person that has like cabin fever.
Right.
Like I cannot be in the house.
Right.
So it's like, I gotta go out. But there's nothing going on.
Right.
So for me, it's like, well, there's nothing going on. I've always enjoyed riding my bike.
Right.
Even though we have COVID, the sun is still out.
Absolutely.
So I just put some air in my tires.
Right.
And just rode around. And
right.
it was and it was so beautiful because it's like, well, because we had COVID, there's no traffic. So now it's safe. Right? So now you can just ride your bike. You don't even have to be like, will I die today? You know, you just ride it. And so I'm just riding the bike. And so what I would do is just ride my bike as long as I could.
Right.
Get off, rest for a minute, usually at a park.
Right.
And then just do body weight exercises.
Get some sets in.
Yeah, pull-ups, push-ups, things like that. Just for some muscle stimulation. And it started feeling good. So that became like my routine. Shortly after, the gyms opened up. I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I can't say the gyms. There was one gym in my area that opened up. And I'm like, well, you're the only game in town. Boom,
gotta play.
There you go.
Right.
So I start working out regularly. Still not much to do. So the only thing I could do is like gym it up. So I'm going to the gym, coming back home, doing some things, gym home. And before I know it, like a year goes by and I'm like,
where these arms came from?
I got results. Wow. Because I'm looking like, oh, I can push a lot more. I can pull a lot more than I was a year ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing like maybe 25% more than I was, which is
awesome.
Yeah, it's a significant increase.
Absolutely.
So it was kind of like, okay, that's what's up.
Right.
That was just like that consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID shutting down everything, eliminated everything. So the only thing I really had was what I was doing. Once everything started opening back up, I didn't even have a taste for it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, see, that's where we differ. Because for me, once stuff started opening, I was like, oh, I can get this. Oh, I can get that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is open on the way to work. That's open on the way to work. I can go to the gym later. I guess I can miss a day.
No doubt.
Then it was like, boop, 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 boop. Back at 200. Right, back at 200.
Pole position.
So, right, exactly. So, that was that. So, now we're going to talk about something that we see very often, and that is injury avoidance. Or rather, we see people getting injured all the time doing dumb shit.
There you go.
So we would like to speak about injury avoidance.
Yeah.
We've spoken about ego lifting.
Yep.
People hurting themselves.
Yep.
Wilding out.
Yep.
Trying to lift way more than they're capable of.
Yep.
Or simply trying to do too much.
Yep.
So that's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about injury avoidance. What does that mean? Injury avoidance means exactly what it sounds like.
Yep.
Trying to not get hurt.
Yep.
Avoiding an injury.
Yep. The hoes are watching. Yep. Dr. Phil, whatever.
All right.
Yo, so the only reason I feel like this is really important because we're living, you know, and I don't mean to pick on social media. I know that that's like this thing that you can always throw darts at.
Pick on them.
But because everyone is trying to be unique and differentiate themselves. Say that again. Differentiate. Yeah.
No, you said it right. I just shrugged because I don't think they are, but go ahead.
No, I mean, no, they are. Everyone's trying to look unique. Like, yo, my workout is the workout you need to do. And It's like, okay. And so what, and it's like, well, people have been working out for mad years now.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And in terms of bodybuilding or strength training, we know you could go back to the 50s and see cats working out.
Right.
Now, are there some new things? Okay, sure. But for the most part, it's still the same basic workouts.
Certain things are tried and true.
It's just tried and true, right? So it's like, well, in order to differentiate themselves, cats are coming up with weird workouts. And because they might look really great, they're like, well, yeah, do this. And you're like, okay, well, this fitness person or this good looking person said to do this.
Right.
So I'm going to do that. And I look at it and it's like, you know, you can really get hurt doing that.
Yeah.
So for example, something I saw today was someone doing
reverse lunges.
Reverse lunges or a variation of lunges.
Right.
On this like Basu ball, is that what they call it? The half balance beam ball, Basu ball, whatever it's called.
Your guess is better than mine.
And the whole time he's doing it, he's like shaking and getting his balance. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch. I'm not gonna have any judgments. But
not yet.
I'm like, I'm waiting to see why you're doing that.
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, we're doing this so we can engage our quads, our hamstrings, and our hip flexors. Okay, but wait a minute. If you want stronger quads, you want stronger or more developed hamstrings and hips or hip flexor muscles, that's not the best exercise to do.
Right.
Because you're doing this balancing act, you can fall, you can get hurt. So if you fall, you get hurt, game over. Now you're out.
Word.
You can't work out. So your whole objective of getting stronger is now in the toilet because you hurt yourself.
Right.
So why do an exercise that's going to cause you to get hit?
Right.
Or get hurt, I mean. Not hit.
Well.
Towards you get hurt. So it's like doing lunges with, why would you do that? Get on something steady, get on steady ground, have a strong foundation.
Right.
And do your exercise. You want to do lunges? Do lunges. Lunges are great.
Right.
Why do you need to do them on a shaky foundation? It's like, oh, son, Japan is having an earthquake. Let's hurry up and go there so we can
squat.
Do bench pressing. Like, what? Why? Because the earth is shaking, so we'll be able to engage our muscles. No, you'll get hurt.
Right.
It's a high possibility on the like 99 percentile range that you're going to get hurt. So why do that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Have a strong foundation. Take your time. slow and steady is the way.
Right. The other thing is, and I've been in physical therapy and used a very similar device. They had me doing squats and different things. But the difference was the video we watched in the video we watched, this person didn't have anything around them. They were in an open room. They couldn't reach a wall or anything if they began to lose their balance. When I did these things in physical therapy, they had me right by other machines. There was a person next to me. And they even said, listen, if at any time you feel like you're going to lose your balance, just grab these bars that are right in front of you. Or I'm right behind you, depending on what I was on, they say, I'm right behind you, I won't let you fall. But this gentleman was in an open space. And it's like, son, it's finished for you. It's over for you.
And what you're talking about is physical therapy, right?
Right.
Where your physical therapist is saying, okay, I'm going to employ this particular exercise to help you heal
right.
an issue you have.
Yep.
They're not saying, oh, John, guess what, Jonathan, we want to grow your quads.
Right.
We want to grow your hamstrings. That's not what that was for.
No.
That was like, okay, you might have stability issues or balance issues, or there's a particular thing that your physical therapist is trying to target, and so they're using different things.
Correct.
So that's completely understandable. But if you're saying to yourself, oh, I need to develop my glutes, I need to develop my quads, I want to develop, different parts of my legs, my calf muscles, and you're finding these like weird ways to do it, only thing I say is, first things first, look at the probability of, can you get hurt?
Right.
Right? If someone tells you, oh, the best way to do pull-ups is to go off a cliff and try to do as many pull-ups as you can, it's like, wait a minute, why do I have to do it over a cliff?
Because Wile E. Coyote does it that
because
way.
You're going to really engage your lats and you get the mind muscle connect. Yeah, but I could die. So that's not a good idea.
Right.
You can engage your lats in so many different safer ways,
Right.
so that you can enjoy your workout,
Right.
and then have a great day, not injure yourself, get hurt, and you can't go back into the gym for 3 months.
Right. And I want to say, I don't want to pick on this person that was doing something at home, because y'all go nuts in the gym too. Like, I've been in different gyms, and even Planet Fitness, which I frequent, I'm seeing y'all do all type of wild, ridiculous, made up shit. And it's like, what are you doing? I don't understand. All you're gonna do is hurt yourself. And I think that, like you said, that's what people don't understand. It's like, okay, you trying to do this wild extracurricular shit, and I guess impress Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or a friend or a girl or a guy or whatever. And it's like, but do you truly value fitness? Because if you value fitness and what it does for you, you probably won't be doing this nutso shit that is very likely going to put you on ice, on injury reserves for 3 to 6 months.
Right.
Because then you're not going to see the progress you want to see. You're not going to feel the way you want to feel. And even if it is for Instagram or whatever social media platform, you're not going to be able to post up there.
Right.
You're going to post and say, well, this is my jacked up hand from when I fell and dropped the 45-pound dumbbell on my wrist.
Right.
And it's like...
Not even that. You have some cats taking plates, right? I've seen these videos. You take a plate and you're holding a plate to do, let's say, bicep curls, right? You just take plates and you do a bicep curl. It's like, that's dumb. The plate wasn't made for that. And if you're in a gym that has plates, I'm sure that same gym has dumbbells made and designed for you to grip them with your hand.
Right.
So why use a 45-pound plate or 25-pound plate where you can possibly hurt yourself, hurt your fingers, because it's not designed for you to hold it like that. That's designed to go in a bar.
Right.
When you could just grab a dumbbell with your hand that's designed to grab your hand and be safe and get the same response from your muscle. Your muscle doesn't know if you grabbed a 45-pound plate or a 45-pound dumbbell. It's going to respond to the stimulation
Right.
of the workout.
Yep.
So you have to be the one to say, wait a second, is this safe?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you drop that on your knee, on your foot, on anything, because you can't, there's no grip there. It's not designed for you to hold it with your hand like that.
Right.
It's designed for you to put it on a bar.
Yep.
And then do whatever you're doing.
Correct.
You know, safety first. And most of these machines, you know, I'm a big machine person. I love using machines.
Yep.
Not that machines have any benefit over free weights or whatever, but it's just a faster transition for me, so I can like go in and out of machines really quick, change things really fast.
Right.
But also machines are safe. Most of the time I work out by myself. So if I'm in a machine, I don't need to think about a spotter.
Right.
Right. Whereas if I have a free weight and things mess up, something might fall on top of me because I'm trying to get that extra, you know, rep out.
Right.
But a machine, I'm just like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. So
Drop that.
Yeah, just if you can't do no more, you can't do no more.
That's it.
You know, but you're safe at the end of the day. It's like,
Absolutely.
I can't do no more. All right. The worst thing that can happen is you clang the weights together, and it's like, okay, I'm sorry about that.
My bad.
Right. But you didn't bang anything against your head, against your body. You get to walk out.
Yep.
So safety has to be first. We know we always say take the ego out, but besides taking the ego out, be smart. Do not think. Just think about, hey, can I get injured doing this? It seems risky, especially, you know, the older you get. You know, once you start getting into your 30s and 40s and 50s and all that after, it's like, well, it's a difference between, hey, you're 22, you got injured, maybe you can recover a little bit quicker.
That bounce back.
Yeah. You're 35, you're 40, 45, 50, you're not bouncing back as fast.
Nah.
So when you walk into the gym, I'm not saying don't work out. I'm not saying don't go hard. What I'm saying is, first things first, think about your safety and can you get injured from this workout? If it can get you injured, you probably don't want to do it. I see people, I see it on the internet now, cats with the treadmills, just going like, you know, as fast as they can go, 10, 15 miles an hour. And we laugh when they like fall off the treadmill and end up into the free weights or something.
Right.
But, you know, it's like, you can hurt yourself. Like
Right.
you can break your teeth. There's a whole bunch of things happen.
Plenty of things that can be hurt.
And these machines are designed with safety in mind. So when the people who design these machines are engineers, they look at the entire body, and first thing they say is, hey, we want to stimulate muscles, but we want to keep this person safe. And they build these safety things in it.
Right.
Use what you have.
That's right.
Don't go against the grain because you think by following somebody's weird exercise, you're going to get a better response than just doing traditional exercises.
Right.
You know?
Well, a few things. One, I don't think there's anything, for the record, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing an unorthodox exercise. We are not saying copy and paste everyone else's workout. Like, I'm not saying grab a Men's Health magazine or a fitness magazine and just do whatever it says to do. You can do unorthodox things, but the point is, think first and see what it is that you're doing and assess what level of risk are you putting yourself at. Which goes to my second point. I'm going to borrow this from Christopher Nolan, our dude. In Batman Dark Knight.
Our director of directors.
You know what I'm saying? In Batman Dark Knight, he said, know your limits, Master Wayne. Know your limits. And the third thing I want to say is, you spoke about using machines. One of the things that I think is dope about machines, like you said, about changing the weight and switching up your workout on that machine, is it plays into COVID. Think about it. You're using free weights, and I like free weights a lot. I'm just saying this is one of the benefits of using machines. If I say, hey, I'm going to do a bicep curl, and I'm going to use 10 pounds. I say, oh, okay, cool, 10-pound weight, right? Got my 10-pound free weight, cool. but 10 pounds might be too light today.
Right.
All right, now I got to get 20 pounds. Okay, so now you got to put that back, go wipe down a brand new set of weights, and then try that. What happens if that one's too light? Now you got to put that back, go wipe down a third set of weights.
Right.
I don't want to wipe down 3 sets of weights.
You're wasting a lot of time.
It's not smart.
You're wasting a lot of
It's
time.
not time efficient.
Right.
And it's silly. And honestly, you're wasting paper towels and sanitizing spray resources.
Right.
So you're wasting time, you're wasting spray. When if you use the bicep curl machine, maybe, or the preacher curl machine, that's what's called, right? Preacher curl.
Preacher curl.
Or the preacher curl machine, you can just change. Boop, you already wiped everything down, I hope. And we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
But if you wiped everything down, you can just keep changing. Oh, 10, 20, 30, whole rack, whatever the fuck you want. And then it's fine.
Yeah.
That's one of the other benefits of using machines.
That's what's up. Exactly. You know, and so that's the thing. When you're approaching any exercise in the gym or outside the gym,
right?
Some of you, I don't know when this is going to air, but we might have another lockdown and things might close. You know, Delta variants, Alpha variants, who knows?
Loki's,
you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like the Loki variant,
right.
It's the one that doesn't know what it wants.
That's what I'm saying. Crocodile Loki, alligator Loki.
All these are variants. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The time branched off. Anyway,
right.
But the thing is this: it's like even if you're doing a home workout, the first thing you should ask yourself is, what is the probability of injury?
Right.
You want it to be as low as possible. Any exercise, there is a risk.
Yep.
Any exercise. But some exercise has more of a higher probability than others.
Yep.
So be smart. Look at what someone is doing. Just because you see someone doing push-ups / handstands, and they got a 6-pack, doesn't mean that's what you should do because this person does it.
Right.
You know, think about what the exercise is supposed to do. If they're saying, okay, well, do this to build your chest, let's say, well, we have plenty of safe exercises that build the chest.
Right.
They're saying, well, do this for, to build your abs. So we got plenty of safer exercises that's going to help build your abs.
Right.
The safest exercises are the better. They might be boring, they may not be as exciting, but they're going to be way safer.
Yeah, and you can even look stuff up. A lot of times, let's say you want to do handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
But you're not strong enough yet to do handstand push-ups. You can look up handstand push-ups for beginners. And they might show you something similar, but on a lower level where you won't be busting your ass and getting hurt every 5 days.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, and the other thing is, it's a big difference between if you're working out by yourself or you have a partner with you.
Yeah.
If you got somebody with you and you trust them and they know how to help you, you can say, hey, hold my legs. I'm doing these weird handstand push-ups.
Right.
Or spot me. I'm about to do these free weights and,
right.
I'm not sure what I can lift. That's going to make things much easier. But a lot of times, a lot of us don't have that. We work out by ourselves.
Right.
I work out by myself.
Me too.
99% of the time. So when I walk in there and I approach my workout, I'm about to get started, I need to say to myself, first of all, before what am I going to do, what's going to be safe for me to do?
That's right.
And if it's not like super duper safe in a 90 percentile, I don't want to do it. Safety first.
That's it.
Avoid injuries at all costs.
Yeah. It's this. I mean, you should already be thinking safety first. And if you're thinking about your long-term and short-term goals, safety has to be included.
No doubt.
You're not just gonna run across the freeway because you got to get across the street.
Right.
You're like, nah, it's probably a safer way to get there.
Right. It's like, well, let me take a minute and wait for the light.
Or go another route.
Right.
Maybe there's a safer. Maybe there's no light, but you got to go on the other side of that highway. I'm sure there's another way to get to the other side of that highway.
There's always more than one way to achieve that goal.
Facts. So, with COVID comes a very interesting conversation. A conversation a lot of people are not trying to have. A conversation about cleanliness.
hygiene, if you will.
And since we're on some fitness shit, that's the way we're going to address it. We're going to skip the hand washing and all that other stuff for now. But I come from a culture, we come from a culture, where we were wiping machines down before viruses came.
Right.
And I see that still in 2021. Some of y'all are not wiping down anything. But why? Is it because you don't give a fuck about your fellow man? Is it because you're just a nasty motherfucker?
That's pretty much what it is.
Is it because in your narcissistic, greedy mind, no one else matters? I don't know the answer. But what I will say is, there was a reason we were wiping machines down before the virus. And there's a reason we wipe machines down after we're done. So let me paint you a picture very quickly. Let's say I'm on the elliptical or the treadmill and I'm getting it in 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes of sweating, moving, and perspirating all over the machine and the surrounding area. Ask yourself, would you want to get on that machine right after I walked off? No, that shit is gross. You don't want to get on a machine right after I've just finished sweating all over it. What you would like me to do is clean that shit. Well, we would like you to do the same thing. I'm not a Christian, but the people who are believe that you should treat others the way you want to be treated. It's in one of those commandment things they always talk about. So why don't you do the same thing? Why don't you be friendly to your neighbor, your gym neighbor? Maybe the person over there would like to use the machine when you're done, or the dumbbells when you're done. Wipe the machine down, you nasty fuck. Yo, I'm just keeping it real because cats don't want to wipe shit down. And now, I mean, it was gross before the virus.
Well, that's the thing. That's the real conversation, right?
It was gross before the virus. So now we've got the virus.
Right.
Not me or you, society.
Yeah, it's in there. It's out. It's out in the open.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's outside right now.
I'm outside. We outside.
It's outside. You know what I mean? It's not in Miami only. It's outside.
It's outside.
So the thing is, what we're talking about is etiquette, and more specifically, gym etiquette.
Right.
And what I think is important is that if you've been waiting till now to be wiping things down, if you've been waiting till now to wash your hands, if you've been waiting till now to be clean, then you're a nasty motherfucker.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But you can redeem yourself and understand what gym etiquette means.
Right.
Gym etiquette has a lot to do. We won't go over everything, but one of the components of gym etiquette is cleaning things down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not being a selfish motherfucker.
Right.
And just jumping in and out on things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, protect yourself, protect your neck, protect, we don't know how this is getting spread, right? We think we know, but we don't. So before you jump on a machine, take a half a minute to wipe it down first.
Or less than that.
You know what I'm saying? Just wipe it down. That could, right there, that might be the thing that helps you out to lessen your contact with this virus or the next virus that's coming around the corner, because we do know there's another virus coming around the corner. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. There's another one coming around the corner.
Loki's.
So many of them. They like to survive. So, gym etiquette. Clean your machines. You know what I'm saying? And protect yourself. And like you're saying, hey, be courteous to other people.
Right.
You know, whether you're talking about the Bible or whatever, the whole thing is being courteous to other people, treating people the way you want to be treated. Be courteous, man. Clean it up. You know, there's no reason, especially in this day and age, that you're not thinking about cleanliness. Just like we just finished talking about, you know, injury avoidance and thinking about yourself, hey, I don't want to get hurt. You also don't want to contact something.
Right.
You know, so we're not saying being germaphobes. I know a lot of people are germaphobes. I'm not talking about that.
Right.
I'm saying, hey, take a couple of seconds, clean things off. It's going to make it a better environment for you and a better environment for the next person
Right.
who's a member of whatever club you belong to in terms of
Right.
gym.
Yeah, y'all repping the same set.
Exactly.
Help your homie out. There's nothing wrong with that. It only helps others and yourself.
Exactly.
That's it. And it doesn't take long. It takes seconds. Listen, sometimes you only have an hour in the gym. Even if you add up all the time that you've wiped down all the machines, it's going to be less than 5 minutes of your workout.
And if your goal is to lose weight, thus mean burn calories, you burn a little bit more calories by cleaning off your equipment.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I don't care if it's just 10 calories. That's 10 calories that you burned cleaning up the equipment, opposed to another person who didn't take the opportunity to clean their equipment down. You're burning a few more calories, and all these calories add up at the end of the day. So cleaning equipment is going to be a little bit more work, which means a little bit more calories going to be burnt, and you're helping yourself and you're helping the person that is coming behind you.
And you get some more steps in.
You get your steps in.
Gotta get them steps in, baby.
Exactly. Circles got to get closed, Apple Watch users. You know who you are.
That was good. That was good.
And let's roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, let's roll out.